Here we go then, it's the big one, the season finale of SKG Tier 1, and we have touched down in Mexico City. Season 12 has taken us to 9 previous races spanning 4 continents, and we head to the finale with a 2-man shootout. Welcome to the Forest Baseball Stadium, packed to the rafters with 65,000 fans ready to watch Katsby and Jacek try to chase down Takubi in the driver's standings. 4.3 kilometers lie ahead of us, 36 laps. It all comes down to this. Good afternoon, ladies and gents, and welcome to the big one. It's the season finale in Tier 1 of SKG here in Season 12. We are in Mexico City at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, and my name is George Sanderson. Alongside me for one final time this season, it is Oliver Lois. Ollie, it all comes down to this. There's still a title fight going on in both championships.
Absolutely, and I also want to say congratulations on pronouncing the name of the circuit correctly. First time.
First try.
Yeah, that was brilliant.
Did one.
Yeah, but yeah, this is going to be where it gets fun. We've got both Williams, both V-Carps, and also our 2 protagonists of Takubi and Casper. Yeah, this is going to be, it's crunch time. This is where it's going to get exciting.
Ollie is absolutely right. This is crunch time, and for the final time of Season 12, this is your starting grid. 18 drivers taking part in this one, and on the back row, it's the debutant Vandersnatch in the Haas, alongside Milan in the Red Bull, who picks up a grid place penalty, dropping him from P12. His teammate is 16th, with Vettel sacrificing his final run in qualifying to give his teammate a tow. Row 7 is made up of the same drivers as it was in Bahrain, with Hukid 14th and Luffer in 13th. Their teammates are directly ahead of them on row 6. 0.6 of a second separating the back Ferrari and the front Alpine. Into the top 10, and Josh Rose loses 7-1 to Takubi in the qualifying head-to-head this season. He starts 10th. Panos Veras is up in 7th, his best qualifying since the season opener. The next 3 drivers are separated by just 4 thousandths of a second, as Rob Jacobs is 6th, Bran is 5th, and Sausage Joe up in 4th for McLaren. Fonderino starts on 3rd, but for the 5th time this season, it's Takubi and Katsper on the front row. Katsper getting back-to-back poles. For the final time in Season 12, we head to the grid. It's Katsper on pole, Takubi in 2nd, and we go racing in Mexico City, an 800-metre run down towards turn 1. There's plenty of time for changes of position as Fonderino is up into the lead. Takubi is challenging again though. The straight is that long, you can get slipstream all the way down it. Fonderino and Takubi side by side. The RB is on the inside, which turns to the outside through turn 3. He has to back out, and Sausage Joe claws his way through into P2. Can he challenge for the lead on the run down towards turn 4 at SA Del Lago? He's on the outside of the Mercedes, will not be able to go around as Takubi looks to try and make his way back through. Katsby and Jacek from pole position has dropped all the way down to 5th, Ollie.
Yeah, it's been a horrible start. He's just been caught in that place where you don't want to be, you know, getting past left, right and centre, but Sausage Joe and Thunderino, what fantastic starts. Yeah, looks like there's not going to be many overtakes. Oh, behind, I think there is. I think that's an Alpine possibly. It's Luffu diving on Vettel.
Oh, there's a Ferrari round in the background. Or half spin there for Marius Anderson. There was contact with, I believe it's the Alpine of Sol, and the Ferrari went into a half spin, caught it well, and continues on in what is now P15 or 16. He's currently inside the Red Bull. That will sort itself out momentarily.
Bottom out on the curb, you know, into turn 1. I hit the sausage curb, and so it was multiple things, him squeezing me and me hitting that, bouncing on it.
As looks like Takubi's going to make a move on the McLaren of Sausage Joe. There he goes.
And it'll be very simple with the DRS for Takubi. Gets himself back up into 2nd place. In the background, Katsby and Jacek is going for the move on Bran, and he's down the inside of the Aston Martin. He almost tried it on the McLaren. He had that much speed into turn 1. gets himself up into 4th place and is now a car between himself and Takubi
Takubi
once more. With Takubi going for the lead, he had a second bite of DRS, which the Mercedes did not, and the RB is up into the lead. You can see on the left-hand side all the tyres our drivers have gone with, a very big mix between the medium and the hards, but both title protagonists opting for the medium tyres in the first stint. But one big DRS train at the moment. All 18 drivers within a second. Well, as soon as I say that, Javadar and Van der Snatch have dropped back
out.
a bit.
There's
a big
car.
wreckage of the Ferrari there. We saw it in the background looking at the Haas. I'm not sure what's happened to Hukid. Maybe lost the traction. And here we go. Thunderino's coming in. Takubi's coming in. I think you'd see quite a few medium runners come in here. Because the hards, I think, can just about get to the end from here. It won't be fun if there isn't another safety car, but they could just about get to the end. And it does mean that if there is another safety car late on, they can go back onto the medium tyres. Joe has launched it. Yeah, he's gone out to the final corner. Through the Peraltada comes the McLaren, and he has launched it, and he's got slightly ahead, but here is the power of the slipstream as we head down the Recta Principale. The Aston Martin tucked in behind him is getting quite close, but I don't think close enough to make a move into turn 1. And yeah, those mediums will start feeling worse wares in the next lap or two, so expect to see a pit stop sooner rather than later from Vettel, as he's about to lose 2 places in one go, going down the main straight. There goes Panos, and Thunderino gets both of them. He's up into 5th place, Panos stays in 6th, Vettel down to 7th.
What a return this would be for Thunderino after missing a couple of races, and he's got absolutely fabulous pace in that Mercedes, and behind Takubi is going to try for the move on Luffu, and Luffu, I believe, lets him go. He knows he is not in the same race as the VCARB. Will he do the same for the Williams, though, is the question.
Wait and see. For the time being, he has stayed ahead. Luffu occupying P10 at the moment, the last points paying position, and Kasper's going to go around the outside. Is he into the S's? Not
switch
quite,
back.
but he's going side by side. Look at that from Kasper. That is the move of someone in a title fight. Fantastic stuff from the Williams. Does a switchback through the S's and gets himself up into P10. Kasper and Jacek chasing down Takubi once again. Kasper has to finish.
A fantastic run. Oh, it's going to be alongside the VCARB.
Certainly is, but Takubi's going for the move up the inside. He's had to slide his way through the corner there.
Kasper's gone round. He's got no wing.
What happened to Kasper? We were on board with Takubi.
No, never mind. I think he's still got his wing, but I think he was spun by that. Oh my word, Kasper down to P16 now. As
Vettel comes into the pits, so the medium tyres that he opted to stay out on have now lived their course, and he will come in and strap on a fresh set of the hard compounds, drop to the back of the grid. Kasper has attached himself to the back of the train that is behind Marius Anderson in P9 now, so I expect to see some moves on Kasper sooner rather than later, as... oh no. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Oh, that's Vettel that's gone round. Vettel, who only pit recently, has spun again.
So it may have another change of lead between the McLaren and the VCARB. There goes the VCARB. And will the Aston Martin follow him through? He is getting closer, but I don't think he was going to be close enough. Sticks behind in 3rd place. We have a bit of a stalemate, I would say, between our top 6, top 7 even. Still, everyone, most of these guys, well, apart from 2
there is a yellow flag further back. That's Milan. Yeah, Milan's
he was on the back of this train, actually.
We're approaching the pit window. Oh my god.
Oh, Sol retires. What happened to Sol? He was there and thereabouts as he's retired in the pit lane. Oh, Kasper's in.
Kasper into the pits.
He's had a wing change.
Fixes his front wing. I wonder what's gone on there then for Kasper and Jacek. His title hopes are fading around him at the moment as he comes out the pits in P11.
I think the mediums do about 13, 14 or 15 laps, ideally. So maybe we'll see some pit stops soon.
Oh, Thunderino's pulled out at the last minute there to make a move on Brown. Down the inside into turn 1. He gets it done heading through turn 3. Lovely move from Thunderino, but it's not done there as the Aston Martin comes back at him and gets the position back. Takubi just sitting and watching this battle as Thunderino down the inside. Takubi's going to take advantage of this and go all the way around the outside of the Aston Martin. Gets the move done. Takubi up into 4th place. Very opportunistic from the RB. And Brown is actually going to drop down into 6th now as Panos Veras gets the move done as well. There's been another spin. Is that Kasper? Yeah,
Vettel.
No, it's Vettel again. Yeah, Panos and Bran come in, so these two undercutting the rest of the top group who is yet to pit, which is Josh Rose and Joe. Panos comes in, straps on a set of the mediums. Bran will do the exact same, and now it's going to be interesting to see where is Rob Jacobs in comparison. You've just seen him go through the final corner in the background. Rob Jacobs coming down the pit straight. There he is. Where is the McLaren? He is nowhere to be seen. He is behind him, and Rob Jacobs' undercut has worked perfectly. So we expect to see Rob jump them coming through the pits. You can see them all in the background there, heading through the final corner as they come down the pit straight. There goes Rob Jacobs, and you can see they're coming out, and Rob will get the position off Josh Rose, but not as powerful as it was on Panos Veras, who is thinking of the move on Josh into turn 1. The McLaren down the inside had the DRS, Josh didn't, and Panos up into 7th place. Josh out in P8, but has slightly fresher tyres than those ahead of him.
Josh Rose gets past Panos as Rob Jacobs, I believe... Yeah, Rob Jacobs has been passed by Panos, and unless that was last lap.
Here we go. Look at all the moves being made here as Josh gets 5th. Rob Jacobs and Panos are battling over 6th place. Vettel has retired out on track.
Safety car.
It's one that I feel we'll have to see the replay of what happened. I feel like that has to be one that gets looked at, because Catsby and Jacek now is handed a lifeline, and albeit he will still have a lot of work to do as we see everyone coming into the pit lane, but it does mean we're going to have a grandstand finish to this race. The safety car stays out. Does Catsbear stay out? Yes, he does. So he's opting to stick with his hard tyres until the end of this race. Yeah, safety car in this lap. We'll ride on board with Takubi. When does he launch it? He launches it out of the final corner, burns some battery as he crosses the line, and we are underway on lap 28 of 36. Immediately, Thunderino putting Josh Rose under some pressure going down the pit straight. Will he be close enough to make the move into turn 1? He's slightly alongside the V-carb, but the V-carb is given some tow by his teammate. Ooh. Down the inside of his teammate goes Panos Veras and Sausage Joe side by side through turn 1. It's Panos who comes out on top. Here go the two V-carbs playing a little game of switcheroo there. It's going to be, I feel like it's going to be a game of leapfrog here between the two of them as they go down each straight, one lap after the other. They'll probably just be rotating positions, and this is the perfect opportunity for V-carb to just manage the rest of this race, because Parker sets a 15.3, which is still just under a tenth of a second slower than the lap record of a 15.238, held by Lewis Jones as Thunderino around the outside of Takubi. What a move that is by the Mercedes. He looked one way, then went the other, sold him the dummy. Round the outside of turn 1, turned to the inside of turn 2, and Thunderino, with a brilliant move, gets himself up into second. Behind them, Marius Anderson is fighting the two McLarens. He's taking the fight to the British team as the Ferrari working his way around the outside. Sausage Joe forces his way back down the inside. You've got a Haas going off wide there, Rob Jacobs, who is fighting for P8 at the moment, but the McLarens hold off Marius Anderson for the time being. Sausage Joe still in 5th, Marius down in 6th.
Thunderino going for the lead. And he's done it. I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, he's done it with the DRS, and in the background, Catsby and Jacek is fighting once again with Rob Jacobs for P8, but he just can't get past the Haas. Bandersnatch has been well and truly dropped. He is all the way back in Sector 2 at the moment. We have a look at the battle for 6th as down the inside goes Ice Cream, almost making contact with Marius Anderson ahead of him. He has to back out the move there and still goes side by side with Sausage Joe. There is contact through turn 3, and Joe will drop down now into 8th place, which may well become P9 as there goes Catsby and Jacek, and the Williams is up into 8th, but Joe sends it down the inside of the Williams. He's not giving up without a fight here, and he gets the move back. Catsby and Jacek really struggling to make ground on these hard tyres, And similar to what we saw last season in Abu Dhabi, his title hopes are just fading away in the latter stages as he is unable to make up the places he needs. Down the pit straight we go. Panos dropping almost a second back now and is outside of a second as Marius goes down his inside.
Trying to get P2. Takumi defends well. He's not letting this go, but Thunderino he's attacking. He wants this first win.
He doesn't need P2 Takumi. It doesn't matter where he finishes, but for the sake of pride, the Belgian driver wants to hold on to his position. You can see in the background Parker and Ice Cream going side by side yet again. There is a bit of wheel-to-wheel contact between the Aston and the Mercedes. The Aston turns in on his teammates. Ice Cream there not giving the room to Bram because he was sort of sandwiched in the middle. 3 cars trying to go into one corner. I think Takubi's going to come under a lot of pressure here from Thunderino heading down the pit straight. The Mercedes is gaining, he is gaining, and he's trying to get his first ever win in Tier 1. Here comes the Mercedes. We're going 3 wide into Turn 1. Thunderino on the inside. He goes deep. Just about keeps it on the track, holds on to P1. Takumi stays in second, Josh down to third. He won't have DRS the second time around either, so Josh will come under pressure from Marius Anderson as well as Marius goes round the outside. Takumi trying it on Thunderino, but Thunderino using every inch of the track available to him. He wants this first win in Tier 1. He's been so key. Josh hits Marius Anderson in the background, heading through turn 6 there. Half spins the Ferrari. The RB back up into P3.
It's not over yet.
Panos has dropped down to P6. Yeah, Panos has dropped down to P6 as well, so he looks like he's out of this one. Last chance with the DRS. It's Thunderino versus Takumi. Takumi dives it for the inside. Thunderino turns in and holds on to the position. Marius will dive it down the inside of Thunderino. They're side by side through the stadium. The Ferrari drifts it out of the final couple of corners though. Thunderino will win for the first time in Tier 1 in the season finale, but Takumi is your champion of Season 12. He finishes on the podium. Panos up in P3 for McLaren, like he was on the first day of the season. But at the end of it all, it is Takumi who collects the honours. Here's your Season 12 champion. VCARB are your Season 12 Constructors champions as well. So congratulations to Thunderino, who picks up his first win in Tier 1 here in the finale. Alongside him on the podium, your Season 12 champion, Takumi, the first time he's visited the rostrum without winning this season. Panos Veras is third from McLaren with his teammate just behind him in fourth, and Parker completes a very strong day for Mercedes as the Brackley-based team pick up P1 and 5, including the fastest lap. Marius is 6th with Katsby and Jacek 7th, just 6 thousandths separating the two of them. Rob Jacobs gets his first Tier 1 points, and the Brits round out the top 10. Van der Snatch is 11th for Haas on debut, with 7 drivers not finishing the race, including a double DNF for Red Bull and a controversial one for EVE Vettel. In the drivers' standings then, Takumi is your Season 12 champion, finishing some 25 points clear of Katsby and Jacek, who once again finishes as runner-up in Tier 1. Marius Anderson is third with Thunderino climbing up from 7th to 4th in the season finale. Josh Rose misses a chance to gain a couple of places, he's down in 6th, with Panos sneaking into the top 8. No changes in positions from those in 9th to 12th, although they all move down 1 place behind Panos, and Sausage Joe sneaks into the top 16. It's double success of VCARB as they wrap up both driver and constructor championships in Tier 1 this season, with Williams in second place some 45 points back. Mercedes secure third with their first and 5th finish in Mexico, with Ferrari fading away to 4th. Brand's P10 is not enough to steal P5 for Aston Martin, whilst McLaren nearly double their points tally with their strong finishes in Mexico, and Haas pick up the wooden spoon. Despite struggling in Tier 1, Aston Martin are your overall Constructors champions for Season 12 after they picked up 9 wins and 13 further podiums in Tiers 2 and 3. VCARB are second, Williams in third, and McLaren come out of nowhere on the final weekend to steal 4th from Alpine and Ferrari. Mercedes are down in a lonely 7th, and it's a disappointing season for Red Bull in 8th, whilst Kick Sauber are your only team not in triple figures. And just like that, the curtain falls on Season 12. But what a season it has been. A huge thank you to anyone who has watched the highlights or tuned in live for any of the 10 races this season. Go and follow us on Twitch so you don't miss any of the racing action when we return in a few weeks' time for Season 13. and subscribe right here on YouTube so you don't miss any highlights should they return. But for one final time in Season 12, I've been George Sanderson. We will see you in Season 13. Goodbye.